firefighters are still out here. I want to step out and you can see the building's still burning. There's some small flames and a lot of smoke. Police here are amping up patrols and they're bringing in extra help. They say they don't want to see the migrant workers targeted anymore. Right now the details are pretty sketchy, but I want you to take a look here behind me. Police are on the scene. Right now they're trying to determine a way to move the body here to the coroner's office. And the cameras aren't just in the dorms. If you take a step outside, you might not realize that you're actually still on camera. It was so emotional just standing out here, hearing these people and seeing the expressions on these veterans' faces as they stepped off the plane. They want to clear these huge mounds of ice and snow so you can get from your car to the sidewalk, and I'm having some trouble here myself. Normally this street is pretty well lit, but once we turn our camera light off, you can't see 2 feet in front of you. Good evening, I'm Ashley Sears. Dave and Jennifer have the night off. 2 hotels are robbed in 2 days. One earlier today in Champaign on Market View Drive and another last night in Urbana on Lincoln Avenue. WCIA 3's Nicole Semery has tonight's top story. Decatur classmates are upset about a tree that was cut down at Eisenhower High School. To them, it wasn't just any tree. It was a memorial to their friend Debbie White. We now know what sparked a fire that killed a Champaign woman. It's a WCIA 3 update. The National Middle School Social Studies Teacher of the Year can be found right here in Central Illinois. It's tonight's good news. Well, it's Friday, which means we have a hot tune of the week, not the one I just sang though. Tim Sinclair is here from WBGL and he's introducing us to the Sidewalk Prophets. Stay with us. If you can't tell by the hair right now, I was in the rain, it was a little gross. It's dangerous. I'm gonna start dancing on the table here.
Exactly. You will want to get a wide shot of that. Close shot on Derek, wide shot over here.
Good, I'm gonna finish this one.
So there's a lot of innovation that's taken.
Jennifer, this thing was so big that firefighters are still out here. I want to step out and you can see the building's still burning. There's some small flames and a lot of smoke. Now this is a fire that pretty much stopped everything in town tonight. It's a fire that could be seen for miles.
Flames were coming out of the back of the building.
You could just see the smoke, and it was really thick and everything, couldn't go nowhere.
As the vacant building burned, dozens watched in awe.
As it went on and the flames got worse.
There was a lot of smoke. There was a lot of smoke coming out.
Shortly after it started, part of it came crashing to the street. Seconds later, another portion tumbled down.
Everybody was just trying to get back.
Half the buildings are gone.
Power lines sizzled in the heat, and about 15 fire departments tried to quench the roaring blaze.
We'll continue to call for more manpower. Train for this all the time, just in case.
And as the flames died down, people got their first look of what's left.
It's something you hope never happens, but anything can.
Now you can see the fire crews are just now pouring more water onto the building. Now, luckily, no one was hurt tonight. About 3 firefighters were treated for heat exhaustion on the scene. No one was hospitalized, and about 20 people were evacuated from nearby buildings. It all started last Monday around 1:30 in the morning. Dashcam video shows police trying to pull over 19-year-old Calvin Miller. The police lights go on, but Miller doesn't stop. The driver's father, Martell Miller, says at this point his son was afraid of police brutality. Rather than pulling over, he just keeps going. About 2 minutes pass before the van finally stops. Here's where Miller's father says police rammed his son's van into the home. The video does not show that. Instead, it shows Miller running from the van. It keeps moving into the front of the home.
I am on the south side.
Police chase after Miller on foot, finally stopping him. Police reports say they tackled the teen to the ground, but he continued to try and get away. In the video, you could hear a struggle. You can't see any of the action beyond this point. Police say Miller tries to grab the officer's belt and lunges at him. You can hear the officer ordering Miller to obey the law.
Put your hands behind your back.
The report says the officer hit Miller, pepper sprayed, and cuffed him.
I'm sorry, officer.
Finally, police asked Miller why he ran.
Why'd you run? Who's he?
Police say Miller later told him his father told him to get away. Step into this Charleston McDonald's,
Welcome to Charleston McDonald.
and you wouldn't expect this woman
For here to go.
to have this voice.
At last, my love has come along.
Shawnee Carrick's hidden talent has been discovered.
My lonely days are over. It's still processing.
Carrick entered the Voice of McDonald's contest thinking nothing would really come of it.
I was kind of hesitant at first, but I got a lot of support from my coworkers.
I told her she should give it a shot.
And she did. Carrick filmed herself singing the famed Etta James song, At Last.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you smile.
25,000 people entered. She was picked as a semi-finalist.
It's a little overwhelming right now.
Her love of music started early on.
She has sung since she was a little kid.
It became a hobby that got her mind off things while she was in the Air Force serving in Iraq.
It was one of the things to kind of do to pass the time, and it was just fun.
And it was hard to keep this talent a secret from her McDonald's coworkers.
I'm just so proud of her and so happy for her. Her name will be in lights soon.
Win or lose, Carrick will pursue her passion
As long as it's fun, I'll just keep singing.
and let the world know
Would you like to large size that?
there's more to this woman behind the counter.
The night I looked at you. There you go.
We're all really thankful.
Thankful when the sun goes down, the game will go on at Franklin Field.
It's going to be exhilarating. I can't wait to do it.
Senior Cameron Fitzgerald has been playing here for years. He says not having lights brings down team morale.
Not a lot of fans. Nobody really pays attention because there's not too much time and the game's in very short.
An effort to get the lights started from the ground up.
Long time coming.
But obstacles just kept getting in the way.
One roadblock after another.
They had no electrician and no money. A massive fundraising effort and more than 50 volunteers helped them reach their goal.
To have some of your kids around to witness the degree of cooperation and success by these kids is probably one of the best AP classes they could ever hope to take.
They say the volunteer work is shining a light on determination, teaching the players a true meaning of a team.
It makes me feel joyful that we get all this effort and stuff to come out and just help out and so we can have our own lights to play.